All right, good afternoon. My clock just clicked 4:30 in Texas. Thank you, Josh, on the Ham Radio Crash Course for a great presentation out there. Hopefully you guys caught all of that. We're going to give it a minute or two for everyone to kind of hop over. And I'm going to bring on Steve from Gigaparts here in just a minute. So good. I'm good with that audio there. And hey, good. Here we go. YouTubers Hamfest 2021, guys. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for watching the previous 3 episodes so far. As Smokin' Ape and Frank were talking about, and even Callum pulled up the list as well. We've got 44 live stream. Well, a couple of them are premieres, but 44 episodes, 44 sessions between today, Saturday, and Sunday for you guys. Plenty of ham radio content, so thank you all for being here today. Huge thanks to Josh and Chameleon Antennas and HRO. That Chameleon Antennas talk was really cool. I really enjoyed listening to John Miller over there, so thank you very much for being there with that. But I just want to jump right into it, so let me unmute all of the things here. Right there. And good afternoon, Steve. How are you out there in Huntsville, Alabama, sir?
Good afternoon, Jason, and everybody watching us on YouTube.
Right. So how's it going? How's the weather out there? We've been having rain here for like the last week and a half. What do you guys got?
It was a little bit, it's been humid throughout the week. This morning we actually had rain up until lunchtime, and then here we are.
Okay, well, I started hearing thunder about an hour ago, and I'm like, man, this is just my luck. I'm gonna lose power, and I'm not gonna be able to do my live stream. But it's all good. So we're good to go. All right, bud, what do you got to show us today at Gigaparts?
First thing I'm going to show is our premier item, the DV Mega Go. Let me move the hat out of the way. DV Mega Go. Mm-hmm. So you want to do DMR on the go. So what we throw in first is, of course, you need your radio. Mm-hmm. So we're using the Alinco DJ MD5 XT.
That newest one has a lot of letters behind it.
Yes. Well, you got your radio. Mm-hmm. Well, you need your hotspot device. Mm-hmm. So I'm using the DV Mega hotspot dual band version, so you can do VHF or UHF. Well, now, how are you going to power this? Why not use a 30,000 milliamp hour power supply? Solar battery. So not only do you got your solar panel on top, you also have a flashlight.
Oh, wow, that is bright.
That is very bright.
Okay.
So
you said 30,000 milliamp hours. That's a good number. I've been seeing a lot of ads lately just on various websites that I follow for like 10 or 15,000. And I'm like, I have a 25. So if I'm going to buy another one, it's going to be something bigger than that. So that's cool that that's 30,000 milliamp hours.
Typically I have the same setup minus a different DMR radio, but I also use it with D-Star and Fusion, since the DV Mega covers all 3 major modes. And I've used this in a whole weekend using the same solar brick and DV Mega. Mm-hmm. And why not throw it into a protective plastic case?
Nice. Now you guys sell do you have 2 or 3 sizes of that case?
We have 2 different sizes. We have this version of a case, and we have a larger case. I did have over here. I'm actually using it to hold my laptop up in front of me to watch the stream.
That's all right. Cool.
But it would be, it's the bigger version would hold a ICOM 7300.
Right. I've got the smaller version, which I have my 705 in.
Ah, okay. That's actually what the 705 I have on my desk is, the same size case I use here.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay. So what else you got on the table there? I see a new power supply.
New power supply on the market.
Brand new power supply. First place to have it, I think, right?
From my understanding, we are the first to have this. This is the Astron SS30M AP being for the Anderson poles.
Ah,
But
okay.
it may be hard to see because of, the position I'm sitting in, but there's 2 USB ports here.
Right. Yes.
And one thing last year at Orlando, I was kind of conversing with Colin at Astron, and first thing he goes is, well, what would you like seeing on a power supply? I said, USB ports. That way you have the ability to charge your cell phone or any other device that could be powered with a USB, cable.
Cool. And those are is that like a prototype you've got there, or is those actually in stock now?
This is actually in stock here at Gigaparts.
Okay.
And one of the things I didn't want to forget it. They're using a digital meter now. No more analog needle meter.
I was going to ask about that. So, okay. So does that show you your current draw of amperage or your voltage
and amperage?
Voltage and amperage both. Okay. Good. Awesome. That's going to be fun to play with, I think. So, I know Astron makes some of the best power supplies out there right now, so that's excellent for that.
I have, now granted, I've got gear, throughout several states because of vacation and contesting. I still have the same rack mount 50 amp power supply from 2005, still running strong to this day, and that's my primary power supply here in Alabama.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Todd, and that's funny from the holdover from the last stream. All right, man, what else you got on the desk there?
I call this my second favorite thing here at Gigaparts, 3D printing.
3D printing. Okay, okay, so Gigaparts, for those who don't know, Gigaparts carries a full line of now most of you guys who watch my channel should know this already because I did a whole tour of their store in Huntsville last month in April. And they carry a full line of like computers and computer accessories. They got a big racing chair in there where you got 3 monitors in front of me. You can play race car games in, which is really cool. But a full line of 3D printers and accessories also. So tell us a little bit about what you carry with that. And you offer 3D printing services as well as sell printers, if I'm not mistaken, Steve.
Yes. With the 3D printing services, it is something we are about to get started here very, very shortly, actually. Nothing specific as of yet. Some of the items that I've printed here on a Ender 3, which I'm showing here, I'll put it on the Astron here, is a brace for a 705. I think this was like a rubber or some kind of like synthetic plastic case for a THD 74A.
Yes.
Some of the craziest things that you can print. I'm not sure what you would use it for, but there's many purposes. One of the funny things here is a little storage case that actually has a little gear printed with it.
I see. So you can twist it to open it and close it. That's kind of neat. Okay.
Now, I don't have anything to shoot at anybody here, but a little catapult. What can I do?
Oh, man.
Have our office wars here somehow.
Yeah. The things that go on behind the scenes when, like, maybe it's a rainy day, right?
Yeah.
So that is that. Which model of Ender is that?
This is the Ender 3.
Ender 3. Okay. And is that
version 2? Yes.
Okay. Ender 3 version 2. And do you carry other models, or is that how does that work?
We have the Ender 3 version 2, the Ender 6, and the Flash Forge Adventurer 3.
Okay.
Which is that's what I have at home to make all my trinkets. I'm always dabbling with 3D printing, making mask clamps, guy rings, because we're going to need guy rings for field day here in a month or so.
And what I'm told is that you guys have some guy rings already either in design or perhaps they're ready. I'm not sure for your push-up carbon fiber masts.
Yes. I don't know when they are going to become available, but we will have the 3D printed guy rings for, I think it's the 34-foot. I'm not sure 100% if we're going to have them for the 50-footer. I would kind of be really surprised if we didn't.
Yeah, that's the one that'll need it the most, I'm sure. So, and their new 34-foot, what are you calling it? The HP?
The HD, the heavy duty.
Heavy duty, okay.
What we've actually done is we've taken, and if it's a secret, oh, well, I'm giving it out now. We've taken the 50-foot mast, and we've taken off the top 3 sections and given you a 35-foot mast using the bottom 3 sections of a 50-footer.
Bottom 7 sections.
Yeah.
But yes. Yeah. So previous to that, the 34-foot mast was like the top 7 sections. So the bottom section of the mast was a smaller diameter and not as heavy duty, not as sturdy.
Correct.
So they just basically switched that. I got to see that when I was out there. That's a great idea, and I suspect that kind of like was something that you looked at and you're like, that kind of makes sense. Let's do it this way. So, but the heavy duty 34-foot would be really good. So, okay, cool. Well, what else you got? What else you got there?
One of the things here at Gigaparts that really amazes me, M&P coax.
Yes.
I always kind of joke when I say this, but for the hams out there that if you want to put money into your shack, it always to me is if you don't have good coax and a good antenna, it doesn't matter what your radio is at that point. Well, with M&P, you can't go wrong. The loss is very minimal, and even I'm trying to think of the one that I have at the house, Broad Pro 50, even a 200-foot run, the loss is very, very minimal.
Mm-hmm. What's the gentleman's name who runs it? M&P's out of Italy.
They are out of Italy. It's Stefano Messi.
Right, Stefano. So I met him at the last great Hamfest of the United States, which was Orlando of 2020. Very knowledgeable fellow, very knowledgeable, could talk to you all day long about coax. He's got some good insights about why he does the way he does for coax. So I've been using some of that M&P here in my shack on my rebuild, and I'm very happy with it. So it's a very good thing there. In fact, you guys have a discount code going on right now. Let me pull that up real quick.
Okay.
I've got, if I can get to the right screen here. Let me switch right there. Hey, guess what? So for Ham Radio 2.0 subscribers, actually, you don't even have to be a subscriber. All you have to do is watch the video. You can save 10% with code HRMP at gigaparts.com right now on all Mezzi and Palomi coax. I never say Palomi right. I don't know how to say that. There's too much Texas in me to say that correctly.
It is so hard to say. I stick with that M&P.
Yeah, M&P. That's good.
Tried to explain it to me. I got the 1-hour lesson on how it's built, how to cut it, how to put the connector on, and I tell everybody here at the retail store and even at local Hamfests, if a 8-year-old can put the connector on M&P coax, anybody can. No questions asked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're referring to what's her name? Hope?
Hope Lee.
Yeah. From Ham Radio World. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I watched that video. She did a very good job with that. I thought that was excellent. So, one of very good, Dennis. Yeah, that's not what we're talking about here. So, good. Okay, cool, man. Well, what else? It looks like you got a couple other things on the table there.
They brought up this. I don't know why they brought up. I don't know. I think they're trying to get me to break. I don't know why. I don't know why.
So somebody says that's for cutting through the QRM.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I haven't been to a major Hamfest in a year and a half. So
right.
Let's try to bust on him while he's trying to do something good.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Well, that's funny. That's funny. Hey man, that is great stuff you've got there. Gigaparts.com. You can find this stuff out. They have, of course, a full line of Yaesu, Kenwood, and Icon products as well. What we try to do on these Hamfest is find out what kind of unique items each person has. So that's really, and I don't know if anybody else does the 3D printing thing or not as far as the retail ham radio space. Maybe there is somebody out
Not that
there.
I know of.
I'm not seeing it myself, but I haven't been to every store in the world either, so I don't know. But
Yeah, I don't think there is anybody else offering in the amateur radio market.
mhm,
Of course, we are a technology store, so we're not just amateur radio. We do computers,
mhm,
3D printing. We're not just your local ham radio store. You know,
mhm,
check out the website. It
mhm.
definitely, it's a lot
A,
of
lo-
items we offer.
a lot of stuff besides just ham radio. A lot of stuff outside of ham radio, but a lot of stuff that I saw somebody comment one time about on I think it was one of my shopping videos because I mentioned Gigaparts a lot on there, and somebody was like, I thought, what's all with all the computer stuff? I thought they were a ham radio store. I'm like, have you never heard of WSJTX or Ham Radio Deluxe? What do you run that on? So, so one-stop shop.
Huntsville being the technology,
Hmm.
bubble for NASA. We got Marshall Flight Space Center. We control the International Space Station from here. Sorry if that was a secret, but we have some gaming systems. So we have everything from the simple laptop to, I don't know if it's on the webpage quite yet, but it's called the Titan. I'm getting the nod. It's called the Titan, and
Okay.
it is, I would call it the fastest, to my knowledge, the fastest gaming machine available, at least in the Tennessee Valley. Not,
Really?
I'm being told $9,000 for this gaming. In stock now.
In shot. I better limit myself to 2 of them this time.
One
Wow.
thing I do want to cover,
Go ahead.
with the first item being the DV Mega Go.
Yeah.
The value that we are giving you with the DV Mega Go, it's a $40 savings. You can't beat, what we're giving you in a case at $499.95.
Okay. So what is the you guys have carried DV Megas in the past. This one's got some upgrades to it. What's the difference between the Go and like the previous just DV Mega Pi Hat that we're all used to?
The package. It's basically, we are offering you a complete package.
Okay.
On the go.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can just, put this in the back seat of the car,
Mm-hmm.
go camping. Heck, if you even have an emergency in your neighborhood, all you need is internet. It doesn't matter if it's coming from your home, Wi-Fi, cell phone. I use my iPad with my DV Mega for my internet backbone, and I can talk, D-Star, do the Fusion, and most importantly, everybody's favorite DMR.
Right on. Good.
I never thought DMR, and I've been in this hobby close to 20 years. I'm not going to count my, prior military time, but I never thought DMR would take off as big as it did in the amateur radio hobby. That most of Florida, and I learned this last year at Orlando, most of Florida during emergencies uses DMR because it is more reliable than an analog repeater. And I kind of gave that, really? And I was told by a lot of hams in the Daytona Beach, Miami, and Key West, when they can link the whole state, via DMR networks or just with hotspots and use, I know some of them is like they use Treasure Coast, like I know the Northeast, so it was tri-state. And everybody could talk to each other and there wasn't no outages. You might have had your outage being, well, I don't have internet to get on.
Right. Yeah. And I am going to be doing some. Now, I've mentioned this. This is not a secret because I've mentioned it in some videos in the past. I'm going to be doing some DMR simplex work. Frank and I are going to. I'm going to sit in the shack and he's going to get in the car and we're going to do some simplex work because I keep telling people that the great thing about DMR is that, and this is probably true for Fusion and D-Star as well, but I've not tried it. I have tried it for DMR. It's simplex work reaches out so much farther than analog does. I mean, it's just it's like 20 or 25% farther from, and I've done a lot of FM simplex on 146.52 and 223.5. And that is fun to do. And if you get a tall enough antenna, you can do some really cool work with simplex around a metroplex area that's flat, like we're at here. You know, that's why I never do SOTA. But DMR simplex is actually quite fun too. So you're talking about doing so your repeaters don't have to be as close together. You know, of course, they're all hooked over the internet, but you know, one repeater might cover a wider area of hams at their homes or in their vehicles than analog. It's not a hard and fast rule, but it's kind of like one of those things that you notice is there more often than it's not there. So I really like DMR. I've been doing a lot of DMR on my channel for basically the second video I ever put on YouTube was about DMR. So I really like it. It's a fantastic mode, and I enjoy doing that a lot. So it's good to hear that you guys are buying into that as well. And a 30,000 milliamp hour battery would run that hotspot for probably a month and a half. My goodness. So that's a really cool package you've got there.
Well, and the best part is I'm going to unplug the DV Mega from it. You know,
okay.
You've got USB 3.0.
Yep.
USB 2.0. But wait, there's more. USB-C.
Uh-huh.
So you can charge anything relatively possible, you know, and you don't need, you don't have to rely on the sun. There is an input using the mini USB. But then
that's how you charge the brick itself as mini USB?
You can charge it, charge a mini USB, and then, with that very bright LED flashlight, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. That's good. That's very good. Well, that is great, Steve. You got some really cool products over there, and I'm glad you guys were able to take the time out to come on the show today. You guys gave us a tour last year of the store. Y'all walked around with an iPhone, I think it was, and gave us a tour of the store. So you can go back. That was on my channel last year as well. So folks can go back and watch that if they want to. But let me see if there's let me check out the chat real quick and see if there's any questions or anything. People are talking about Huntsville Hamfest. You want to give? I know you're on the board or something like that for Huntsville.
No, I'm the vice president of the North Alabama DX Club. So I interface very close with Mark Brown. So
okay.
I wouldn't say that I am a board member, but I am always working with Huntsville Hamfest. Between the DX Club, the Ham Club, and of course Gigaparts. With our very large appearance that we bring every year.
Right.
It is happening, and one thing that I definitely push out all the time via local here on the repeaters and at Hamfest. I call it my 4-hour circle that I normally travel. It's happening. It is happening in August. It's going to be hot, but it's at the Von Braun Center. There's going to be a lot of people.
Good. Yeah, I think we're going to see record numbers this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're like weather forecasting this, of course. I anticipate 10 to 15,000. 2019 was 7,500, I think Mark said a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Huntsville is growing. So if you are coming to Huntsville for the first time, don't be scared with all the construction going on downtown. We're just making it bigger and better for the city of Huntsville.
Right. Interesting. Well, I've got Mark coming on to the show for my Wednesday stream next week. So that's That we're going to be talking about those numbers because I thought 7,500. I thought it was bigger than that, quite frankly. But I mean, I don't know. I was just guessing because I know it's third largest in the nation behind Orlando. But being that people have been starving for a Hamfest for basically a year and a half, I think you're going to see a huge turnout at Huntsville because it is happening. And myself and several other YouTubers have been promoting the heck out of it, and a lot of us are going to be there. And I told Mark that on another live stream the other night. And I said, yeah, there's probably going to be like 10 or 15 YouTubers there, maybe a little bit more than that. And then we've kind of reserved Montesano State Park, and several of our subscribers and people who support us have followed us. And there's going to be 50 to 60 of us probably at the state park. And Mark looked at me and he's like, I thought there's going to be like 5 of you guys there. He's like, okay, let's see what happens. So I was really I am really excited to see what happens with that. So all good. Well, cool, man. Any parting thoughts here? I'm not really seeing any questions from the chat, so we can go ahead and
I guess that's a good thing if they don't have any questions. I can't complain.
Yeah, that's true. Got a couple of they were commenting on your katana sword for cutting the QRM and that kind of stuff.
I'm sorry, sorry I'm out of stock of the spray.
Van condition spray.
Supply and demand.
Yeah, that's right. Cool. Well, gigaparts.com. I put 4 or 5 links in the description of my own video below, so you guys can scroll down and click on more, click on show more underneath the title of the video. And you can see links to the M&P coax with the 10% discount code for my viewers. You can see links to their carbon fiber masks in the 3 different various sizes that they have. And you can go to gigaparts.com/weekly-specials and check out all their specials, which change every Friday.
Correct.
Change every Friday. And there was something really cool on there this morning. And what was that? Something I thought was, let me see if I can pull that up real quick because I thought that was... let's see. Oh, okay. So the new PowerWorks solar controller, when purchased with a 300-watt foldable solar panel.
Yes,
I was talking about that on my video this morning for my shopping video. So PowerWorks, who makes a really good line of power pole stuff and a couple of UHF radios as well. They have how new is that solar panel? That's fairly new, is it not?
I want to say within the last couple weeks, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking it was fairly new. So they have a new 300-watt foldable solar panel, much very similar to the Bioenno products, which Gigaparts also carries. And it would be a field day rock star, I think. Because you wouldn't want to put it in your bag and carry it up a mountain for soda, but if you're doing field day in a park somewhere, man, that thing would be sweet. So that would definitely.
I know we have it in stock. I have not seen it.
Okay.
If I went down to the warehouse, sure I could find it. After walking the whole building to figure out where they put it. But I'm sure it's a decent size for 300 watts.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm sure
I would definitely not walk up a mountain to go do a soda with it, of course.
No, for sure. But still a cool product from PowerWorks, which is a really good name brand. So I'm looking forward to trying one of those out soon. So, all right, man. Well, thank you very much for being on, Steve. Appreciate your time today. We're going to probably transition here in just a minute, but hey, everyone go check out gigaparts.com. Check the links in the description below. Just check their weekly specials, which change every Friday. And we will see you guys in Huntsville for sure. And hopefully a lot of you guys watching on the YouTube channel can make that as well. So cool, Steve. Hey, man, hang out if you want to, or I'm going to put you in the waiting room as we get the guys from Bridgecom in here, but you can hang out and I'll talk to you in a bit, or you can drop however you want to do it. But thanks for your time today. I really appreciate it.
No problem. All
right, man. Have a good one.
You too.
Yeah, thanks. All right, let me transition here. So we finished that like 2 minutes early. Let me know if there's any questions in the chat, guys. Thanks for joining us today. The YouTubers Hamfest playlist link is at the top of the chat. I think I put it in the Did I put it in? Yeah, I put it in the description below. Also, it's the first URL in the description below, so you can go check that out if you want to. And we're just waiting on Bridgecom to join. We finished a couple minutes early. They're not late or anything, but we are waiting on Bridgecom to join. We're gonna tell us about what kind of cool stuff they have in the world of DMR, which is really fun. So. Don and N5SKT love the carbon fiber mask. Yeah, Don and I are always talking about how much we love our carbon fiber mask. Great for a POTA activation. Lightweight, easy to carry, easy to set up. Not much cannot be done with that. So hobnail boot ham radio with W0UGA. That's the best channel name I have seen today. That is the best channel name I have seen today. That's a great channel name. I love that. Very good. Thank you, Frank, for posting the Discord link. Several Discords that we're talking about on Smoking Apes channel earlier as well. So yeah, definitely go check the chat for all those links down there. All right, so we're just gonna sit back for a minute. Let me know if anybody has any questions. I guess I can take this off for a minute. What are you guys most excited about over the? Hopefully, all of you have seen the list. In fact, let me pull that up real quick because I did have that as well. I didn't want to take time away from Steve if he didn't want it. Here and YouTubersHamfest.com. You can see this right here. If you click on Hamfest 2021 at the top, it takes you to this page. This is a goofy picture that I took of myself last year that Dan put on there this year, but it's all good. And then view the full playlist right here, which will bring you to this playlist right here, where you can see watch, and this one's actually currently live. So you can go through that, watch the whole playlist. Someone asked about T-shirts earlier. Those T-shirts are available at shop.hamradio2.com. This is the YouTubers Bunch shirt that I was wearing last year, or that we all were wearing last year. We had design last year. A friend of K at MRD designed that for us. And Leah, Josh's wife, who runs hamtactical.com, pulled up this really cool new T-shirt for the second annual YouTubers Hamfest 2021. So that is out there now, too. Really cool stuff. She just announced this like an hour before we started. She's like, is this okay if I do this? I'm like, no, it's not okay. You should have sent me that a week ago. So thank you, Leah. This is a really cool design. Thank you for hosting that. So you guys go check out hamtactical.com, and that is on the top of that website as well. Second annual YouTubers Hamfest T-shirt. We're going to have to do some sort of giveaway or something with those next year, kind of plan that in advance a little bit better, I think. All right, so Daniel is in the chat. No, I don't want to do that. Let me bring him in here 1 second. There we go. I'm going to go down here. Hello, how are you, sir? Yeah. Yeah, it's really echoey. Yeah, do that. I don't have you unmuted yet. It's not as bad, but it's, yeah. That's better. It's still kind of an echo, but it's not as bad. Yeah, about the same. Back to where it was before. Yeah, go. You have a headset. Yeah, do that. Yeah, that's cool. Take a minute. So we're going to work out some audio issues on that end. No problem. This is a live stream. This is what live streaming is all about. So we're all good there. No problems at all. We'll just sit back for a minute. Someone asked about Bob's K6UDA. Yes, Bob was a huge part of the YouTubers Hamfest last year. He recently moved from California to Idaho, as most of you probably know. And in the middle of all that, he just didn't have time to join us this year. So he will be back. He will be making more videos, and he will be doing some cool stuff with us upcoming, but he was not able to make it this year due to his schedule. But we do wish him the best. He's a great dude. Go check out K6UDA on YouTube, because he's got a great channel with some good stuff on it. So let's get see if that makes any difference there. That's better. Yeah, it's better than it was. Okay, all right. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, and I'm switching over here, and you're live now. So there we go.
Hey,
how you doing, man?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, good. Thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Wanted to give Bridgecom some time to talk about the cool stuff that you guys offer. You're really big in the world of DMR, of course, which you're not an exclusive Anytone dealer, but you guys add a lot of package and value to the Anytone DMR package. So, and you've got your own hotspot now. Well, a second version of your own hotspot now. So wanted to give you guys some time to just talk about whatever you want to. So please feel free. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, I know that it was, we're supposed to talk about more things that are kind of unique to the Bridgecom brand. I guess where to begin. There's a lot of uniqueness to the brand. We've got, one of our premier, I guess, I'll go into kind of our flagship offering, and what a lot of people are attracted to us for is, probably like our plug and play packages and our hotspot, and then probably just the Bridgecom University and the support that you get when you actually work with us.
Right.
So, which one do you think people will be most interested in going into, from your perspective, Jason?
You know what? I think, because I get questions about DMR a lot, because I was just talking with Steve from Gigaparts about DMR, and it can be challenging for some people who are either new hams or who are, quite frankly, old hams. And I don't mean old. I just mean you've been a ham for like 30 years. So it can be challenging for programming aspects and setup aspects, especially for the hotspot thing. So Bridgecom offers like excellent technical support for customers that are customers of yours, but you also offer the Bridgecom University, which you give away to customers of yours, but you sell to customers who might not have found you yet. So talk about it from that perspective, because I know a lot of guys experience challenges with programming DMR radios and hotspots, and you guys have basically taken care of that for most people.
Sure. So yeah, I can get into it. So like, I'll kind of go through just like maybe the customer experience, if they were to work with us.
Sure.
That'd probably be the best way. So, I think a lot of guys, we have a lot of advertising out there, but I think probably a lot of the purchasing decisions, are made from the advertising, or perhaps they talk to their friends, about getting into this. And, the people, a guy would take action and want to get into the radio, and he doesn't really, I'm in the space a lot, and I look around, and, it's very hard to, I guess, figure out, where to go. Like, okay, you got to buy a radio, obviously, but then like, what do you do after that? It's like, it's very, it can be confusing. So what we do is like, we try to demystify a lot of this process. So if you were to come and, want to get into DMR, the first thing I recommend you go do is on the front page of our website, we have download our 3-step guide, which will basically take you through getting a DMR ID, and then figuring out maybe getting a code plug from some friends, and then we actually have an offer in there to purchase what's called our plug and play package, which you don't have to if you don't want to, but if a lot of guys that come into this and they've been in radio a long time, they've already worked long and hard on it, and they just kind of want to experience the outcome, making new friends on this new platform, rather than just kind of getting bogged down in the complicatedness of relearning this whole new system. So that's actually a really great offer we have, where you can buy a radio and a hotspot from us, all pre-programmed up and ready to go. And then we ship it to your door, and it's as simple as just, giving us your call sign and radio ID, or your DMR ID, and then, and getting it to your door, and you just talk on it. It's really simple. And then, if you didn't want to do that, if you say, hey, I want to do it myself, I want to get a DMR, I've given you the 3-step guide. So that's already a good like jumping off point. You know, a lot of guys don't know you have to have a DMR ID. You know, it's not just like get on and talk. You know, you have to get a little bit of information. You know, they don't know like about Brandmeister passwords and stuff like that. Like there's a few little snag points that are really easy to work through, but if you just don't even know the questions to ask, then it's really hard to get answers, you know, and especially if you're trying to talk to other people who have no idea what they're doing as well. So then, you know, when you get, you know, buy a radio from us, you're actually going to get access for free with that radio, which is, you know, you can buy that course at Bridgecom University if you've purchased from a different vendor. We want to make sure that's available to you know, make that course available to you if you don't have those resources, because you know we found that there's just not a lot of information out there in terms of like step by step, you know, how to work through a product in a really in-depth manner. So you'll get a university, and basically you get a quick start guide when you order a radio in the box. You know, you just on a piece of paper that's going to walk you through like step by step. You know, watch this video first, watch this video second. You know, like this is how you know, make a code plug. This is how you use the programming software. This is how you get it set up with your computer. Like, you know, just very, you know, we'll tell you basically what you need to do. You know, it's going to require some work, but we're going to tell you, you know, what you're going to have to do to get started and actually get to making new friends, making new contacts, you know, and just having a good time on the air. It's really, you know, what everybody wants at the end of the day. So
Totally. You know, I've done. There's an ongoing joke that a lot of people in the chat will get about, you know, people ask, when are you going to build your DX Commander? And I've started responding to that question with as soon as you build a DMR code plug, which I've done 1,000 times. But I will tell you this: the way I learned to build a DMR code plug was someone programmed my radio for me. A friend of mine programmed my radio for me. I took it home. This was back during the Motorola days, way before Anytone and TYT were out. I took it home, read the radio into my computer, and dissected and reverse engineered the code plug myself. That's how I learned how to build a code plug. So I've heard a lot of, you know, Facebook, blah, 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 talking mouths, keyboard Rambos on Facebook. They're like, oh, well, you're not a real ham if you just have someone else do it for you. Actually, you are, because guess what? Maybe you're just trying to reverse engineer it, which is exactly how I learned it, because everyone's got to start somewhere. So I think the fact that you guys offer both packages is a good, you know, if someone wants to program their own stuff, here you go. There you go. You can program your own stuff. If they want you to do it for them, you offer that as well. So, so I think it's really good that you guys are offering that. And I had a question. I bought my the newest Anytone HT model, the 878 UV2 Plus from you guys. And I had a question about, because they changed a few little minor things in it, and I'm like, okay. Right. So on the previous model you did this, and on the current model, and I called Ron, and he's like, dude, call customer support. I said, okay. So I called customer support, and they answered my question in like a minute and a half. Sure. So I'm like, okay, this is really convenient to have for somebody, because I knew what I was doing, but I just like, okay, this step is different. So what is the difference here? So it was great to experience that from a customer's perspective, which I had never done before with Bridgecom. So it's all good stuff there. Cool. Well, tell us about your newish. It's not that new anymore, I guess, but tell us about your Skybridge Plus 2 hotspot.
Sure. So yeah, so it's been out for a little bit now. You know, what it really brings to the table is that it's a dual band, you know, which our other one was as well. But we really, you know, we were thinking about like what people really wanted, and you know, so we decided to make it with like a massive screen, and you know, make it in a really nice case, and just make it like a really, you know, plug and play with your, you know, just plug your Ethernet cable in, or you can get the IP actually right off the screen. So when we were developing, we were thinking about, you know, doing it with a smaller screen, but we were, you know, it had some limitations in the technology. So, and you couldn't, you know, see things like your IP address and a lot of good information like that. So we wanted to make it, you know, like, you know, ham radio, it's not like a super visual hobby, but it's cool to have like a lot of, you know, visuals on your, you know, widgets, like your waterfall displays, and you know, it's cool to have information like who you're talking to, you know, like what their DMR ID and stuff like that is. So we wanted to make sure on like what country they're in, you know, all that kind of stuff is super easy to get off this really nice screen. And so we wanted to make sure that we basically just revised the first design, and then just you know, wanted to launch this one on the the Pi 3B board as well, which has some cooling. It's a easier to use, easier to connect to things. So we just took the the first one was really successful. We want to just make it with a few more like creature comfort, make it look nicer, make it really like nicer to use, easier to use, and it's still super easy to set up. When you get it with the plug and play, it's a super robust design. They just work. They're really easy. They don't have a lot of problems. They're and they're just really if you just want to get on the air. I mean, this is, and you have dual band and really nice display. That's what you're gonna want to get. You're not gonna have to deal with a lot of glitchy bugs or anything like that. It just worked really well.
Good. Somebody's asking if you have one you can show in the camera. You have one there next to
you?
you?
I don't right next to me. I'd have to go grab one, but
That's right.
That's
okay.
Turn it on
I just linked to it in the chat. So there's a link that goes direct. I was looking it up while Daniel was talking. So there's a link directly to it. You can see it on the webpage in the chat. So, guys, so Jared asks, is the Skybridge Plus running Pi-Star? Yes, it is. It runs Pi-Star. So it's a Pi-Star hotspot. Very reliable. And they update Pi-Star quite frequently, so it's a very active project that gets a lot of updates and a lot of people using it, and a lot of people suggesting new features, so it gets new features added to it all the time too. So Pi-Star is good. Cool. All right. Well, I thought about something else when you were talking. What was that? Let me see here. Do you want to mention your giveaway?
Yeah. So we're doing a giveaway right now.
Right.
It's our, I think it's a summer giveaway is what it's called.
Yes. Yeah. And, start of summer.
Start of summer giveaway. Yeah. We're giving away like a lot of stuff in this one. Cause I told the guys, I was like, we've been giving away a good amount of stuff, but we just need like really, give away like, it's like $2,500 worth of stuff. I mean, it's like almost our entire catalog we're giving away in one, to one lucky winner. So, do you have a link to that? I can send you one.
I just put a link to it. So I do a Friday shopping video every Friday morning, as most people know, and I always share the Bridgecom giveaways. Every time you guys, it seems like every time you end one, you start a new one the next day. So I'm always sharing the Bridgecom giveaways on those videos, but they're fun to see. I noticed, I was like, oh, this is another DMR giveaway. I was reading the stuff, and then down there at the bottom is like, oh, there's a Zygo G90 package in this one. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So. And it says Zygo G90 bundle. So what all comes with that?
So the bundle is actually, let me just pull it up here so I can make sure to give you the right product. But it's the radio, and I believe it. Let me see here. I think it's the radio, and it comes with the expansion card for the radio as well. Okay. And then it comes with this antenna, HF and multi-band HF antenna. That is super great, super versatile. The radio has a built-in antenna tuner and everything. So it's, it's like one of them, you just throw it up anywhere and it'll work. You don't really need a lot of additional items. And then you're also going to get the cooling bracket, the H1 cooling bracket with the fan and the stand that it sits on to keep it nice and cool. And then you're going to get some coax as well. So it's pretty much just like a plug and play, HF, all mode, all band kind of bundle. It's really cool. So, a lot of guys, they like bundles, they want everything, just, they don't have to go search around for a bunch of accessories. So we just were like, okay, what do you need to, get this thing on the air? Cause like off these, out of the box, you can't just like, you need things like an antenna and power and stuff like that. So we were just going to put as much of it as possible in the kit. And then, and that's what the bundle is. So
nice.
Yeah. If you can find a link to that on the website, it's under like amateur radio and then HF radios. So.
Right. Cool. Somebody's asking in the chat, are Canadian hams eligible? Do you guys ship internationally? I'm not sure I even know the answer to that.
We do ship internationally. I don't know if the giveaway is eligible for international. It probably is. We have had international winners in the past. We have actually, out of all I mean, it's just totally random, it's just that your odds are based on how many people are signed up, but I think we've had at least one international winner before.
Good.
But,
excellent. Okay.
No, so, we do. We do ship anywhere in the world. You have to pay for shipping, pay your tariffs and things like that. But we will ship anywhere in the world. So.
Well, and there's a lot of countries out there that they don't have a choice but to order internationally because they don't have ham radio stores, or at least maybe if they have a ham radio store, they're not selling the same stuff that you can buy from the USA. So, There's all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, so to answer your question, that was, who was that? Carol Lee. However, I'm saying that wrong probably. So yes, Canadian hams are eligible. So cool. Well, good, Daniel. That sounds great. Yeah. So you guys go check out that bridgecomsystems.com is the website. They do have a full line of DMR radios, handheld mobiles, hotspots. They do giveaways all the time. If nothing else, just go sign up for the giveaway and get on their email list so that you can
Absolutely
find out new stuff that's going on with that.
Yeah, I had one cool thing that, you know, if people are watching this show, they may be interested in another show. So we actually have a free training every single week where we go over, like, you know, typically it's something related to DMR. We've done, I think, some, like, I don't know if we've done any ones on HF or anything like that, but it's mostly DMR related topics or topics related to the radios, you know, and it's not even just like product related stuff. It's also just like concept related stuff.
Right.
You know, like getting started in DMR was you know, like what you need to do to get on the air, you know, or program your radio for the first time, like stuff like that. So we do that every single Wednesday at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. And actually starting last Wednesday, we actually started giving away at least a radio every single time. Yeah, so we gave it away a plug and play package for the first one. I think we'll be giving a radio away next week. But I mean, your odds, you know, if you're not just there for the information, I mean, your odds are pretty high. There's only like, you know, 100 or 200 people there.
Right, and you have to be present in the chat to win on the live stream. Okay, so their live stream is actually on Wednesdays, the hour before my Wednesday live stream. So they go live at 11 Texas time, Central Time, and I go live at noon most Wednesdays. I didn't do it this week. I was out of town. But last week, I watched their live stream, and I saw them give away a radio. I didn't know you guys were doing that every week, though.
Yeah, no, we do. We've been having, I mean, we're doing this every single week for like the last like few months.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, we do a show. See, and I mean, that's the thing. Like, most people don't even know.
Yeah, you know? I didn't know that. I mean, I'm usually preparing for my live stream at that point. So I see you go live and I bring it up and I chat a little bit, and then I'll go back to what I was doing to prepare for my live streams that's about to start. So I don't watch the whole thing typically, but yeah, I missed that part. I know you've done it more than once in the past. I didn't realize it was an every week thing. So that's really fun.
Yeah, cool. I mean, that's just, you know, part of our just commitment to just, you know, making sure that, and, you know, you could just hop, I mean, we've gotten our, you know, I think our service and stuff, the technical service was kind of overloaded, like, especially right after the, you know, turn of the year in like January and stuff. But we've really, just because we had a lot of people that had bought over the holidays, you know, just really like everyone got the radios and we're having questions all at the same time. We've really staffed up our technical service department. We've got like 9 people in technical service. So, I mean, if you call in, like, if you don't get answered and like talk to immediately, I mean, you're going to be called back probably within like minutes, you know, or hours. Like it's really fast. So, you know, and then you can get on the live stream and ask questions, you know, about the topic or other stuff. I mean, it's, you know, we're extremely accessible. Like, you know, if you can't, you know, your question's not answered when you get Bridgecom University or something like that, you're trying to get on DMR. I mean, then this is, we're an extremely available resource for you to learn from. Absolutely. Which is, you know, more than probably a lot of other dealers or companies can even, you know, hope to promise.
Well, and it helps that you guys focus on DMR and you don't do, you have a few HF items, but you don't really do much else besides that. I mean, obviously you have your own repeater items as well. But you're not like a widespread, you know, like Gigaparts or HRO, one of these guys. They carry a lot of products and a lot of different lines inside of amateur radio, which is not a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying it's different. It's different that you guys, so you guys can focus more on like answering questions for DMR, which is the fastest growing digital voice mode in amateur radio and has been for several years. So, so it's good that you have that capability to offer that service to customers and hams apparently worldwide. So
yeah, absolutely.
So it's really good. Cool, man. Well, hey, any final thoughts before we wrap it up here? We got about 6 minutes to the bottom of the hour, and I got to hand it off to Radio Runner all the way over in New Zealand. So that's going to be a fun show to watch. So,
yeah, it's cool that you put this together.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I would just, you know, I've just finished it off, but I mean, if you just want to get into DMR, I know you got a lot of people on here. But if you want to get into DMR, I mean, this is, you know, I don't want to toot my own horn or nothing, but we're a great place to start. You know, nothing more to just go to the website and sign up for the giveaway or click the download 3-step guide on how to, literally it's how to get on DMR. It's
Yeah.
a question everyone's asking. So
Yeah.
start there, and you can just progress with us. And hopefully, I'd love for you to get a radio and figure out how to use it and make contacts. Get on this wonderful, awesome, growing mode. It's a really cool it's the new opportunity in ham radio.
Right.
So
agreed.
And we'd love to be your partner and do that, because we just have so many customer success stories. I know that we can get you on the air. We've just had so much success that it really gets me excited, to get so many people on there. We've partnered with like Radio ID. I mean, the guys that, they ask us questions sometimes about what, because, we got an ad on their website, and we've worked with them a lot on like, we made a video. They asked us to make the video on how to get the Radio ID, because they were, so we're working a lot with these guys, like the guys in Brandmeister and all the people that are kind of running this whole thing. They've, turned to us for a lot of things, just because we are, a big voice in the market, trying to promote the new mode and stuff like that. And so I think that's what, we can just we're really focused on it, and other dealers, like a Gigaparts, they have so many SKUs, thousands of SKUs and items, that it's hard for them to, really be experts on any one thing. But we can, be an expert in this one area, of DMR radio on, UHF and VHF, that we can really help you maybe a bit more on these particular areas than other folks could. So
agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that's great info, Daniel. You guys check out gigaparts.com. Check the links in the description for that, and the links to their giveaway that I shared in the chat a little bit ago. And thanks for Daniel for being on today, and I hope you guys have a good weekend for Memorial Day. Get to take some time off on Monday.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, guys, sign up for the giveaway.
Yeah, sign up for the giveaway. So, all right, 73. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. All right, we're going to transition over here. And I'm going to do this. Where am I? Right here. Am I still doing? Yeah, that's right. Okay, good. So, do check out those links in the description for everybody. We've got 4 minutes to the bottom of the hour. The playlist link for YouTubers Hamfest is in the top of my chat right now on YouTube. And there's that. Okay. And I got to unmute all the things here. So the playlist is in the top of YouTube. We're about to hand it off to Chris at Radio Runner. And I will be back tonight in about 2.5 hours for the happy hour. And I'm not going to be quite as formal in that. We have a really fun time in the happy hour. So I hope all of you can join us on the happy hour for that. So let's see what Chris has to say here. Hey, what's going on there, buddy?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Oh, good. How are you?
I am good, man. Excited to be here. The stream this morning was good. Well, this morning my time. What is it your time?
It's 5:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
My time. So
I noticed a lot of Japanese swords so far, buddy.
I know. I don't know. There's a theme out there for keeping katanas on your desk. If I had one, I'd grab it, but I don't have one with me. So
yeah. All good.
So
man.
yeah,
All
good deal. Okay, man. Well, hey, I think we've got about 2 minutes to the bottom of the hour. So I will just go ahead and share. In fact, I've got this link right here. You guys click on the playlist link, but if you just want to go straight over there, here's the next stream. Here's where the next stream will be on the Radio Runners YouTube channel. And you're going to be talking about some kind of origami something. I'm going to be interested to see what that is, because I have no idea what you're talking about there.
Yeah, that's what happens when you come up with the name for a show in 2 seconds. When Jason's like, just grab some time, guys, chuck something in there. And Chris goes, origami?
Sure. Yeah.
And then doesn't change it, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's all right. All right, good, man. Okay, well, hey, looking forward to it. I'll go ahead and I'll let you drop, and you can go ahead and start your stream. And as soon as I see that going, I'll close this one down, and we'll send the audience over there. So 73, and thanks for being here, man.
Awesome, brother. Thanks, mate. 73. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, have a good one.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, you guys go check out his channel there at the link I just shared. Do be sure to watch the playlist for sure. And Chris is going to do a half hour, an hour maybe. I don't remember. He's going to do something. I don't have it in front of me right now, but he's going to do that. I think Hayden's going to join him. Hayden, I gave you mod rights on my channel in case you didn't see that yet. So I just want to see when he's going to start going. Are you guys multitasking? Hey, Callum is still up. What do you know? Wow, buddy. 11:30 at night, I think. If my math is correct, it's 11:30 where you're at. So he's got one of the early to me streams. It's probably going to be like noon for him tomorrow. So he and Chris are gonna start us off early in Texas tomorrow morning, and then I'm gonna welcome Scotty from the Tapper Project to talk about Tangerine SDR, and also Bob from RFinder. He's gonna come on and do some stuff there for us. Mute that. So we will shut it down. I'm showing 5:30, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and close this down. Everyone, hop over to Chris's stream. For YouTube Hamfest Down Under Origami Special. 73 to everybody. Thank you for being here, and I will see you guys on the happy hour tonight.